Hello.
Hi. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, so tonight we are doing a look called Sultry Glam. Now, as I promised, we're doing darker looks for fall, and a lot of the colors are really similar to last week's. Last week's look. Days are hard.
Days are hard.
So because we are going to be using Cinnabar, Merlot, and Dusty Rose for reels, there's a slightly different technique. So don't tune out. I'm going to show you a different way to use these colors. So if you didn't fall in love with them last week, you might this week. Chance. Right, here's take two. And also this week's look actually has a darker lip. Yay. So we're going to be sporting a smokier eye with a dark lip, whereas last week we did it
basically
with
like
a neutral lip.
Like
yes.
Nude lip.
So here is what we're going to do. Typically, one moment.
We throw it on the floor and then
okay, I now have the shadow. Okay. Typically, we do the eyeshadow starting from lightest to darkest, but you can, and if you want a darker look, one of the things you can do is actually put your dark color on first and then blend backwards to your lighter colors. So I want to show you how that works because Merlot is so beautiful.
It is.
And so I'm actually putting it on first. So I'm putting it in the spot where I typically do the darker color. So in your outside 2/3, but this is on a nude eye. So there's nothing else on there. Other than at the moment, just the Merlot. And so I was thinking about this because sometimes darker colors, intimidate people, right? Because they're worried about them, which you shouldn't be, right?
It
washes off. But this is a really great technique for those of you that maybe if you find, actually I'm going to go to Dusty Rose. If you find that you're just not sure how to blend your darker colors, this could be a really great technique for you. Okay, so now we're going Dusty Rose. And so now we're putting this on where we typically do our lighter colors. So now as you can see, it blends in. So it allows you to kind of smudge in the Merlot that you had put on. So all this just kind of working backwards. And now I'm adding
biscotti or blossom, whichever one it is.
Yeah. Blossom. And then I'm going to, so then Cinnabar was our other color. So now I'm going to take the Cinnabar and just blend it right in between these two. And then the Cinnabar does go underneath, which we're just going to do just the very tips. Just to add, I do like to add top to bottom when you're doing a smoky eye, just so it's not just kind of hanging out there, not sure what to do. So I do, so even if you're not someone that likes to do color underneath, just do your little tip in the corner and that will just help it blend out, unless you're doing the cat eye line across the top. Exactly. Okay, so see how nicely that blended? And then it allows you to control your darker color a little bit better because you're putting it on first. So you're kind of deciding how intense it's going to be. So if you want it quite intense, you can go dark and then just lightly blend it out with a lighter color. So yeah, so today's look is Merlot,
Dusty Rose,
Cinnabar,
and Blossom.
Yes.
Oh,
And so so you can put your darkest color on first and work backwards, and it actually works beautifully. So that was sort of one of the tips that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, because again, I know sometimes people, see darker colors and aren't, maybe feel a little intimidated by them. Don't. It's all good.
And if you wear glasses, you can definitely do darker colors.
Very true. Yeah, absolutely.
I do wear glasses 99% of the time, except for when Mom's doing my makeup, because there's challenges with that.
Yeah. Okay, and then now they're using the same blush as last week, so we're still using
Shy blush.
our favorite Shy blush, and because they're doing a darker lip color, you don't want too many things fighting. So you don't want to do, dark eyes, dark cheeks, dark lips.
That'd be a little too
That's
much.
too much. Okay.
Yeah.
I always say pick a feature and go with it. Don't pick too many.
Otherwise, you just don't know where to look.
Do you know where to look? Okay. So we are using Berry
Couture, very famous.
Berry Couture.
Crushed berry.
Oh, sorry, crushed berry.
This one's mine, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like pretty positive.
So
I own all the berries.
So we're using a berry lipstick. So as you can tell, there's several berry options. There's Berry Famous, Berry Couture, and Crushed Berry. Any one of these would look perfect.
I think it's just the formula difference. It's really,
yeah, because then there's the matte, the semi-shine, and
the True Dimensions.
True Dimension. So regardless of what formula of lipstick you love, you have a berry to go with it. So different from last week, because we're doing dark eyes and lips, and also you can put your dark color on first. So that's tonight's look. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Bye.